Did you wash your hands? Buongiorno giovana niha. Spray. Gar. What is up? Hopefully you're still doing well, and for the past few weeks I've been stumbling across a few things, and let me show you what I've been up to. But first, now we're back in the computer, and as you can see, I have two different encrypted paragraphs. One of them is real and one of them is fake, and then you have to decrypt them. But if you decrypt the fake one, you're just wasting your time because the output is not going to be pleasant. So what we're going to do is that we're going to check if the paragraph is fake or not. One thing is that we can borrow a library from Python. It is called Matplot. We can borrow their library so that we can check the frequency of each letter. So basically, we'll just get our first. Let's check. Let's call this A and B. Then we'll verify whether both of them are true or not. So first let's check the first paragraph. We'll just paste it here and run it. You can see every letter of the alphabet except for characters like periods, ats, and dots. To make it simple, we'll just use 26 characters. And you can see that almost all of them appeared in the paragraph. You can tell that this is fake because you read the paragraph, not all letters will pop up. And then for the next paragraph, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to test this whole paragraph. This is just to plot each frequency of the letter. Copy pasting, boop. Let's run the code again to see if the frequency of the letters are correct or if it looks real. Whoop. As you can see, the difference is very obvious. Let's go on them side by side. There we go. This was the first one, and this is the more believable one. Now, to the second part, which is the decryption part. As you can notice, there's only 26 characters, so we did not include the spacebar because the spacebar is another character that would make it 27. Including the spacebar would complicate things, so for this example, we will exclude the spacebar. After verifying that our second paragraph is the true one, so let's proceed to the second part, which is the decryption. As you can see, if you try to read this, what could the buck fob? Yeah, you get the point. It's not readable, so let's try to decrypt this using the second program. So basically, we'll just shift the letters because the logic behind this encryption, it uses the Caesar's cipher. If you're familiar with the Caesar's cipher, basically all corresponding letters, if you rotate it at a certain number, it corresponds to a different letter. So if there's 0 shift, A is A. If there's 1 shift, it's either B or Z. A will become B or Z. You get the point. We'll get the paragraph from before. Whoop. And then, for simplicity's sake, we'll shift it for 0. Whoop, whoop, whoop. As you can see, there's no changes because we shifted it for 0. So we'll go back to the statistics again. Going back to the first plot, as you can see, the most frequent letter that popped up in the paragraph is a vowel, which is letter O, which is somewhat true because it should be a vowel. Otherwise, yeah, vowel or S, depends on the sentence. But for just a quick reference, we're gonna use the fact that the letter E is the most common vowel in the English alphabet. So let's assume that the true paragraph most common letter was letter E. So how many shifts did it move from E to O? So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it shifted 10 to the left, and we can also count to the right, but for simplicity's sake, we're gonna optimize our solution by just saying it shifted 10 to the left. And another way of saying it is by saying it's negative 10. So after shifting it for negative 10, let's run it. Ta-da! We have decrypted our message. It's still difficult to read because it's lacking the space character. I'm at the yeah, it's still slow, but you get the point. Encryption and decryption are very useful, especially nowadays where it's very difficult to go outside and it's very difficult to transact face to face. So meetings and the transfer of money is usually done online, and one active group that is very active today is hackers. But if you encrypt your message and keep it tightly secure before transferring your information, then at least it would give the hacker more time to decipher it compared to not encrypting it. Let me close with this sentence. Every lock has a key. So the difference is that every person has different times of accessing it compared to the owner. This lockdown, this whole situation, the whole lockdown, I think it also has a key. That's it for this episode, and I hope you stay hydrated, and let's keep on learning.
That's right.